Hello YouTube and welcome to day number 164. Today I'm going to be telling you how to spend the least amount of time in the gym as possible. I know obviously people have jobs, but people want to get jacked, okay? People have stuff to do in their days, but they don't want to spend all their time at the gym. Everyone overcomplicates the gym. Everyone likes to, dive into the deep topics of the gym, but realistically, all the gym is getting a stimulus. All right, so what you want to do is you just want to get a couple of compound exercises that you enjoy doing. So this could be something like the bench press, the squat, or a row. You'll want to do a split that involves you going to the gym the least amount of times possible. So the lowest frequency. The minimum amount of times that you should be hitting a muscle group per week is 2 times per week, and you probably already know that. So you should be doing something like a full body split or an upper lower split. You want to do about 2 sets of each exercise to complete failure. If you want to do full body, then I recommend you going to the gym 3 times per week. And if you want to do a upper lower split, then I recommend 4 days a week. Upper lower, you'll do something like upper lower rest, upper lower rest. And for full body, you'll do something like full body, rest, full body, rest, full body, rest. And on full body, you don't have to hit the same muscle groups every single time. This is why you're going 3 times in that week. So for example, on one of the days I could not hit hamstrings, and then the next day I might hit hamstrings. This just allows you to go less frequently, but still hit every muscle group. All right, so I'm gonna go through my top 10 exercises. Just if I could only have 10 exercises to do in the gym, then these would be the 10 that I would do for the rest of my life. So to start off, I would do the barbell back squat. And I know a lot of people would be like, hey, you don't need a barbell back squat. You could do like something like a hack squat or something more stable. But I like the barbell back squat for now, at least. I'm just enjoying it. So barbell back squat, Smith machine, bench press. I want to do an incline Smith machine bench press. You don't have to do this in particular, but I love doing incline Smith machine. It's actually the GOAT. All right, and then we're going to have a overhead tricep extension. I feel like if you're doing an overhead tricep extension, then you can kind of manipulate it. So you're doing this and only moving at your elbow joint, or you can kind of like, flare your elbows a bit more and kind of get your shoulders a bit more involved. So you're working the medial and lateral head, medial and whatever the other heads are, not the long head. I would have something like a shoulder press, so probably a machine shoulder press. I do like a good machine shoulder press. What is that? I think that's my 4th exercise now. I would have a wide grip row, so something where my elbows are like flared out about 90 to 70 degrees. That would just hit most of my upper back. And then I would have something like a pull-up. I'm liking pull-ups right now. So what is that? That's 6, I think. And then I would do a straight leg calf raise. I'll do them one leg at a time, but a straight leg calf raise. So making sure that your knee is fully locked out. You'll get extra stretch, and it's just shown to be a lot better, especially in the calves. I'll do a SLDL, just for the hamstrings. I do like a good seated curl, seated leg curl, I mean. And you know what, speaking of seated curls, I'll probably do a seated curl variation for biceps. And then what's left? What muscle have I left out? So we've got one exercise left. We've hit quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves. We've hit chest, shoulders, triceps, biceps. So now I have to pick either between forearm or your side delt, and I'm going to say side delt is more important to the overall physique. Even though forearms haven't really, we haven't done forearms at all, but a lot of people will get a lot of activation from your forearms just from going to the gym and doing pulling movements. So any sort of row or any sort of like pull up, that could activate your forearms quite a lot. But I'm going to say that the side delt is more important to isolate, just because you want that wider frame up top. So I'm going to say side delt, some sort of lateral raise. So probably a machine lateral raise for me. The fancy ones with like the cables that you hold and you're like this. not cables, the long sticks. Yeah, this is a bit of a botched video. I don't know if I'm going to edit it to make it seem a lot better. But yeah, thank you for watching. Today was just a bit of a weird one. I myself went to the gym and I did a nice lower day. It felt like it was taking forever, but it didn't actually take forever. So yeah, I'm not really sure. But those would be the 10 exercises right now, at least, that I would do for the rest of my life. But maybe in a couple of months, my opinion might change. Thank you for watching. I will see you maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for a push day, hopefully. Okay, bye bye.